My rates went up. They got me. I was just gloating about my car insurance, and look at me now. My rates went up. I'm a victim. I'm a victim.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Either way, let's talk about it. The national average for car insurance right now is about $167 per month. That's up about 15% from 2022. That's pretty much right in line of what I'm paying right now with my pretty much increase that they just charged me of $168 every single month just for my car insurance. But literally just a month ago, my car insurance was about $130 every single month. And some states like New York and Florida, people are paying on average $258 every single month for their car insurance. So of course, the question is, what would you do with an extra $50 to $150 every single month in pretty much savings? What would you do with that extra money that you would be saving versus spending it in car insurance? What would you actually do with that extra money? Let me know down in the comment section below. But that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video, is pretty much how to save some money on car insurance. I've already made a video talking about how much money we're spending in subscriptions and how we're overpaying in our subscriptions every single month. So check that video out. It'll be linked right up there. It's definitely a nice watch and definitely something you should pay attention to, because we're trying to save money here. We got to put money in other places. Let's travel some more in 2023 and just do other fun stuff versus spending it in nonsense that we just don't need at all. So let's get into it. Let's talk about how to save some money with car insurance. First things first, believe it or not, is your credit score. Yes, I said it, your credit score. Your credit score really shouldn't have too much impact on your car insurance, but in some states it actually does. Some insurers may do a soft pull on your credit to overall get a gist of what your credit score is, and if you have a low credit score, they're typically going to charge you a little bit more money for your car insurance versus a person that might have a higher credit score. I don't think that's really that fair. I understand their reasoning to an extent, but hey, it is what it is. I didn't create the rules, and we're just living in the world with the rules. So if you have a lower credit score and you're living in particular states, go and check out your state, check out your local laws and see if that's actually applicable to you. But that's something that you might have to think about when it comes to shopping around for car insurance and possibly finding car insurance where it's all around the same price, where you're not saving too much money. It might be because you might have a low credit score. Just something to think about. Now, I've made multiple videos going over credit, your credit cards and credit scores and stuff like that. So make sure you check that video out. I made it about a year ago. Nothing too much has changed pretty much, but it gives you a gist of exactly what you need to do to get a better and pretty much higher credit score for 2023 and beyond. Even though I made the video last year, it still applies to almost everything today. But if you want a gist of what you should really do, the main things you need to focus on with your credit in general is the payment history. So making sure you're paying all your bills on time and in full. Your debt, making sure you're not taking out too much debt when it comes to credit cards or maybe other loans. A credit mix, so making sure you have a overall different type of credit, I guess, when it comes to your credit profile. So maybe you want to have a little bit of credit cards here, maybe a car loan, maybe a home loan, maybe a personal loan. I wouldn't say focus too heavily on this, but it is something that goes into your credit score. And then the length of your credit history. So of course, the longer you have credit history, the more, I guess, more history they can go back and look off of to give you a better score. But I would say for sure, the main things you need to focus on is your payment history and your debt. Make sure you're paying your loans off and your credit card bills and anything like that in full every single month to overall hold that score, and do not miss a single payment. Missing a single payment will ruin your credit score, even if it's just temporarily. It's not worth it. With a higher credit score, you just have a higher chance at getting better premium rates when it comes to your car insurance. Another tip to focus on, or tip number 2, is pretty much always ask about discounts or ask about bundling deals. It doesn't hurt in you asking a question. They're not going to increase your rates or, you know, change your rates or anything like that to a higher rate because you ask a question. It's just not going to happen. But it does help because some people just don't ask these questions and they don't get those discounts. There might be a good driver discount. There might be a brand new student discount. There might be a college discount. It could be any type of discount that you just don't know about or is not on your overall car insurance because you simply didn't ask about it. So call your insurance company up, ask them, is there any other discounts I can get to add to my overall package or my premiums, so you can get a lower premium every single month. And on top of that, ask about bundling deals. Personally, for me, I have my car insurance bundled with my renter's insurance pretty much because I'm renting this place I'm living in right now. So yeah, that saves me a little bit of money on both of those things. And overall, it works out in my favor versus paying separately for both of those things. So that's great. Can't complain there. And I also don't have to go ahead out and buy insurance for my particular apartment that I have right now because I already have it with my car insurance. It's already bundled together, so can't complain. Pretty cool. I like that type of stuff. So just ask about bundling deals and ask about other type of discounts. Of course, with tip number 3, I would say just to shop around. When it comes to shopping around for car insurance, maybe do it on an annual basis or every other year if you want to do something like that. I would say just do it on an annual basis just to see what's out there and see what kind of rates or how much money you can save. But just shop around and see if other insurers are going to pretty much cover your same insurance for a lower rate than what you're paying right now. I've already got quotes for 2 different other insurers. Personally, right now, I have Allstate, but I already got quotes for Progressive and Travelers, and they're both going to save me roughly about $50 every single month, which I think is a pretty decent amount of savings to go ahead and switch on over from Allstate to one of those. So I'm just saying, go out and get some quotes. It doesn't hurt. It takes a couple of seconds on either their websites, or you can go ahead and do it on a conglomerate type of website where you can just put your information in and they'll do it across a whole bunch of different insurers. Personally, I don't like to do that because when you do that, they end up calling you from all these different places and then everybody hits your phone number. Honestly, I hate it. Emails, I hate it. So I'd rather just go to a couple of places, go and check it out. And if you know a website that you can use that doesn't pretty much collect your information and give it to random people, basically, then let me know down in the comment section below. Let us all know because I'm not familiar with it, but it'd be great to know where they just don't reach out to you every 10 seconds calling you like, oh, you want to switch insurance here? How about there? Over there? No. So don't like that. But the point is, definitely just shop around if you wish to shop around. And you might find some good deals like myself, which I'm going to be saving about $50 to $60 every single month from what I'm paying right now. Another way to save some money right now, or tip 4, if you have an older car, a car that's fully paid for, something like what I have right now. Personally, I'm driving a 2012 Nissan Altima. If you have something like that, or older, or a little bit newer that's fully paid for, you might be able to go ahead and get the minimum insurance versus paying a full coverage plan on your insurance when it comes to your car insurance. So if you decide to get the state minimums insurance, of course you'll have less coverage overall, but if you consider yourself a pretty safe driver and you can still get exactly what you need as far as if anything was to happen, as far as you getting into an accident or anything like that, and you're pretty much still covered as far as most things, then you should be all good to go. And that's an option for you as well. Of course, you'll save a lot of money by opting for minimal insurance versus full coverage insurance. And you can only do this, I believe, if you have your car paid off in full, or if it's just an older vehicle in general. Because in some instances, you might have a really old car, you have full coverage on that car, and it doesn't make sense to even pay a premium or whatever, or a deductible if you have to pay a deductible to get the car fixed if you happen to get into an accident. So just trying to give you an idea, see if that really helps you offset the cost of what you're paying every single month. And of course, it goes back to the other deal. If you have multiple cars, you can also receive a discount on those as well. So that's usually a thing for most insurance companies, the multi-car discount. But it goes to show that it's options out here for you, especially if you have an older vehicle as well. There are also a couple of options for people that may have money sitting on the sidelines, or people that just may have a little bit more money in their bank account where they can just make a bigger purchase versus a smaller purchase. So this is tip number 5. And tip number 5 is to go ahead, if you are willing to, pretty much increase your deductible. So if you don't know what your deductible is pretty much a one-time fee that you pay when you file a claim for your insurance. So if you got into an accident, you might have to pay a one-time fee of $250, maybe $500, and then the insurance company that you're insured with will go ahead and take care of your car. Everything needs to get done, all the repairs, and then you would get, a replacement car for what, 30, 40, 60, 90 days. I don't know. It depends on the damage, of course. And then you get your car back. All good to go. You pay that one-time fee. They take care of everything. And that's pretty much it. So if you have that extra amount of money sitting on the sidelines, then you might be open to possibly increasing your deductible. When you increase your deductible, it overall lowers your monthly premium. But when you increase your deductible, of course, if you do get into an accident or something was to happen to your car, then of course you have to pay a higher deductible than the average person may be paying. You might pay $1,000, $1,500, maybe $2,000, I think $2,500 is the highest I've ever seen on a insurance, I guess, premium account or whatever. But the offer stands. If you want to do something like that, you can. And if you consider yourself a pretty safe driver, or you just don't drive that much where things just typically might not happen to you, then by all means, it's an option for you. Personally, mine right now, my deductible right now is $500. I like where that's at. $250. I haven't really gotten into any accidents. Hopefully nothing happens, of course, in the future. $250 is a little bit low. Overall, I don't think I need it to be that low. I can afford to pay the $500 deductible to go ahead and get my car fixed if anything was to happen. $750 or $1,000, I can afford to pay for it, but I don't really want to. So $500 is definitely that sweet spot where I'm at right now as far as the deductible, and I think the average person is probably going to be okay with that as well. But for the people that aren't as average, of course, a higher deductible, making your monthly premium a little bit lower, is an option for you. Past that, riding with the same theme, for tip number 6, if you also have that extra money laying around, you can go ahead and switch over to a different type of term when it comes to paying for your car insurance. A lot of insurers actually offer you a 6-month or a 1-year term that you can go ahead and pay your entire car insurance up front for either 6 months or 1 year. If you go ahead and do something like this, typically you save about 5 to 10%. So that's completely up to you, but it is an option for you, and it is something I considered switching to when I planned on switching over to a different car insurance this year. So yeah, if you want to switch over and do a 6-month premium, it might save you about $100 total all around, maybe 150, maybe more. That's what I've seen so far in the range of how much money you'll probably save. I would say, like I said, 5 to 10%. And lastly, tip number 7 is to overall try a different insurance model. You may want to do a pay-as-you-drive insurance-based model, and pretty much it's just what it sounds like. It's pay-as-you-drive. So if you don't drive that much, but you still need to have car insurance, traditional car insurance might not be the best option for you. If you really don't drive that much, you might be better with this option. So they would actually put a device either in your car, or maybe they would track it by a cell phone or a smartphone app, and that way you literally do pay as you drive. So you would save a lot more money, especially if you're not driving that much. But overall, if you are driving on an average amount, then this could cost you a lot more money. So literally, if you're working from home or you just don't drive that often, you just, maybe somebody else always drives you somewhere else, wherever you need to go. Maybe you're in a multi-car household and you're riding with other people like I mentioned before, then this might be an option for you. Other than that, I wouldn't really bother with it. I would just stick with a traditional model. But for the people that it applies to, it's an option for you, and a lot of different companies offer something like this. So I would say definitely just reach out to your personal insurance company and ask them if they offer a pay-as-you-drive based insurance model. Some of the ones that I know off the top of my head are Allstate Milewise and also Nationwide Smart Miles. Both of these examples offer exactly what I just mentioned. They offer it to, I guess, all of their customers. I'm not entirely sure because I don't personally use it, but it is an option for you if you wish to do something like that. And that's the gist. That's pretty much it when it comes to saving money for your car insurance. It's not too many options out there, but it is options out there for you depending on what you drive, how you're driving, and stuff like that. And also different types of terms and stuff that you can choose, or different types of parameters that you can change in your insurance premium to give you a lower monthly payment. If you're interested, then definitely check that out. Definitely reach out to your insurers and do more research to find out if that's the best option for you. But I already know, I think, what I'm going to do, because I'm not paying an extra $60, especially since nothing happened. It just randomly was just, here, just take an extra $50. So I'm not paying that. So, you can do what you want, but that's all I got for today's video. That is it. If you guys want to learn how to save some more money on other different things like gas, and like I mentioned before subscriptions, definitely check those respective videos out. They'll be linked right up there at the top. And if you also want to learn how to invest your money, get started with credit cards, all that kind of good stuff, you're already in the right place right here on Dollar Mike. I talk about all that stuff on the channel. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Let me know what you want to see as far as a video coming soon down in the comment section below, and we'll be all good to go. I'll see you guys in another one. I'm out. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay positive, stay hydrated. Dollar Mike. Peace.